20. Let's solve this equation using the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula says if you're solving ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, if you're solving that, then x is negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. So in this case, a equals 1, the coefficient of x squared, b equals 1, the coefficient of x, and c equals the constant 5. So x equals negative b, negative 1, plus or minus the square root of b squared, 1 squared, minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. X equals negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared is 1 minus 20, right? Over 2. X equals negative 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 19 over 2. Now we know when we have this square root of negative 19 here, let me deal with that off to the side. This is the square root of 19 times the square root of negative 1. Right, so that square root of negative 1 is actually I. Square root of negative 1 is I. So we have the square root of 19 times I there. Okay, so let's replace that. So I have x equals negative 1 plus or minus. Instead of radical negative 19, I'll have the square root of 19i over 2. The reason why I'm leaving it there is because since I have this I need to express my solution in standard form for a complex number, a plus bi form. So let's split this. Negative 1 over 2 plus or minus radical 19 over 2 I. That's a plus or minus bi form. Those are my two solutions there. Negative 1/2 plus the square root of 19 over 2i. Negative 1/2 minus the square root of 19 over 2i.